And we are live. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Learn Plan Profit. Hope that you guys are all having a great start to your Monday. Today it is January 27th, 2 minutes until the market opens. And if you can hear me and see me okay, please just let me know in that live chat. So a pretty dramatic morning, right? One of the largest pullbacks for NASDAQ in history. Almost everything is down, right? We got SQQQ up 10.7%. It's been a while since I've seen that. At one point, it was at highs of $32 per share, which is almost an additional 5%, right? 4.3. SOUN is down, boy, did I have FOMO, right? Down 10.92%, so very significant sell-off. NVIDIA, one of the main reasons markets are down, right? It's because of all these AI chips and stuff like that. Again, no one wants to think that any of this is a bubble. China comes out with a little application called, what is it? Is it DeepThink? Something like that? I don't know what it was exactly. DeepSync. And the market goes crazy, right? It's laughable how ridiculous this reaction is, but just to support the case of how inflated markets are, right? So we'll see. Yeah. DeepSeek. Here we go. Let the selling pressure continue. I'm all for it, obviously. So, right, the more that it sells off, the better. Let's see if we can make new lows. I took a short position on this during the pre-market session, just like I announced it to you guys via trade ideas. Where did that one get filled? There we go. Big push. Big push. NVIDIA is down 13%. Good. I hope NVIDIA falls 50%. I hope it has its biggest sell-off ever in history. I'm all for it. It is extremely oversold. So will it find its support and begin to recover? We'll see. We'll see if markets can make it out alive today with minimal damage. Yeah, I just realized I'm live publicly, not privately. All right. Well, welcome. That's unfortunate. There we go. Ridiculous. Let's add more to it. Lower high. MSTR getting rejected. Bitcoin dropping. I have a small short on this one. Nothing crazy. Nice drop, down 4%. At one point, it was down, man, what was that? Down to 325. It's an additional 3 to 4%. I would love to see it, but Bitcoin would have to break below. So we'll see. We'll see if we see continuous progress on the downside. It's showing kind of signs of a support here at that moving average. So please be very careful. All right. Watch for the break below the moving average. It's testing support here, right? Testing support. See if we see a reversal or break below. What are we going to get here? Testing, testing. All right, showing signs of a support. Watch for a potential reversal. This is showing signs of a slight resistance here right around 1460. Let's see if we break below the moving average there. What is that, a 2% drop? 3.6%. Still no break of pattern. Still testing here. How's Bitcoin looking? Bitcoin's trying to hold on for dear life. Michael Saylor's calling all of his investors to see if he could borrow against more diluted shares. Just kidding. Oh, I'm just joking. Stop taking it so personally. Testing support. Let's see if we show signs of progress for recovery. What did we hit as of? 346.40. Okay. More downside. Yep. Breaking below 101. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I like the setup on SOUN a little bit more. Hey, film me. What the heck? Why you? There you go. Good boy. Come dance for me down here. 1381. Let's see it. Same thing going on with MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy dropping, breaking below that moving average. More progress on the downside. Again, more progress, we add more. Less progress, close. MACD descending, RSI looking overbought, setting up for a reversal. I like that. How's NVIDIA looking? NVIDIA's looking weak, more selling pressure bound, right? More downside, same setup, lower high. Watch for that rip down. Oh, finding support. Holding on for dear life. I could imagine everyone right now. Full power. Don't let this thing drop. We need to hold. Let's see. Let's see how well it holds. Nice push here on SOUN. Nice retracement on MSTR. Still trying to push. No progress on the upside, but it's trying to push. Oh, God. I love it. Look at that. Trying to build its support, trying to recover, trying to hold. So we don't look that bad. It's not that bad. We don't look that bad. Let's look for those lower highs. Lower highs, come on. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Beautiful. Bears are done. Be careful. Ah, okay. Bubba said that bears are done, so okay. It's over now. Everyone buy. Doesn't work like that, brother. There we go. In my opinion, I think we're just getting started. And I'm not mad about it. Ricky trading margin out? I've always traded on a margin account. I've never had a cash account, brother. We are going to have a strong week. I don't know. I think there's also a 100% chance that the Federal Reserve is not going to be cutting interest rates. Another reason markets were a little bit more on the bearish side of things. Markets were hoping for an early rate cut. And if I'm not mistaken, right, if we look at our little schedule for the week, what is it this week? FOMC statement. That's going to be on, FOMC rate decision. That's going to be on Wednesday on the 29th, when the rest of big tech are set to report earnings. So I think we're set for an interesting week, to say the least. Nvidia's coming back down. Good. I love it. More progress. I want to see Nvidia make new lows. What about you guys? I don't think 120 is cheap enough. I want to see Nvidia sub 100. Why not? Let's break below that moving average. Let's go back and have some fun. Finding its support still at that EMA and that moving average. Lowest it could get is 115, and that's a maybe. Dude, you guys pick prices like you guys pick your... Never mind. It's ridiculous. I gotta watch myself. It's a free live stream today, I guess, by accident. Oh man, I don't know how to read Spanish. I don't know what that says. He's saying, why you acting white? Oh. Well, I don't know. If I'm acting, I guess, right? I was born here for a reason. But he gave you $100. I don't even think that's $100. It's 100 ARS, whatever currency that is. It's Argentinian. It gave me 10 cents. I guess inflation hit Argentina pretty bad. That sucks. All right, retesting previous highs, 1467. Oh yeah, Corey. Ricky, do you think that this is an overreaction on QQQ side? It often is, right? You guys know that I'm obviously poking fun with the market. I love seeing it down. Do I think it's an overreaction? I think that, markets overreact on the upside. So I think now they're overreacting on the downside to some degree. But I don't want it to be. I would love to see markets drop further for longer. But it looks like it is, a continuous uptrending pattern. There's no break of pattern of this thing actively selling off just yet. So as of right now, we do look from, again, this part right here, right? A nice uptrend. We have a lot to recover. So it looks fine. We'll see if it stays consistent enough. Here goes SOUN 1472 as NASDAQ market continues to recover. NASDAQ market still trying to push. Same thing with SOUN. MSTR looking good, extremely overbought. Nice pullback potential. Looks like BTC is still trying to rally to highs of 102. Slight resistance there, but it is showing some signs of progress. Entire NASDAQ market is right now, so let's see how high it can go. Stay patient. I want to see SOUN because we're in a position, but we're still in pretty light. Yeah, I'm shorting SOUN right now. When you say overbought, are you looking at RSI? You can look at RSI, but that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at pre-market highs. So I'm just looking at patterns of, hey, what are the high points? What are the low points? So like if all of a sudden SOUN ripped down to lows of 1380, I'm like, hey, I might want to cover my short because it's a little bit more on the cheaper side, right? Here we go, still trying to push. Let's let it rip. See if it does 15. I like the setup. I'm going to do another 1,000 shares short. Why are you taking? You should be filling right away. Is volume that low for this? Another 1,000 shares. Every 1,000 shares is about almost $15,000. So just a little heads up. Look at MSTR. Oh, I'm paying attention to it. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. But MSTR, even if it does retrace, MSTR offers like 3%, 2.5%, which is good. And I have this conversation with my LPP team all the time. I really like talking crap on MSTR, but when it comes down to actively trading it, I make a lot more money off of SOUN. So SOUN, if this thing ends up retracing from these highs to even just these lows, that's a 3.7% move. If it goes back to, at market open lows, that's a 6.5% move. So much more to work with. Opportunity cost a little bit more lucrative with SOUN than it is with MSTR. Obviously comes at a greater form of risk, but again, I'm here to make money. There are times that I like entertaining MSTR, but nonetheless, when MSTR is kind of just moving slower, not moving as much, risk to reward isn't as attractive, then I'm like, okay, I'm just going to focus on SOUN because that's where I've made more money. And again, I still love shorting MSTR. I still love cracking jokes about it too, because we all know that, eventually it's going to drop. But nonetheless, it's, I'm here to make money. Ricky, does that thing on your nose work? Yeah, big time. I did this little test yesterday. A lot of you guys know if you follow me on Instagram, that I run a lot, right? Or I try to run a lot. I run about 20 to 25 miles a week. And I just enjoy it, right? And I wanted to personally, I always feel better when I wear this nose strip. I feel like I'm more in control, but I never paid attention to the data. So one thing that I did yesterday is I went for a what's it called, 3.5 mile run. And the first 2 miles, I did it with the nose strip. I wanted to see what my heart rate was, and I wanted to see how I felt and how in control. And it was great. My heart rate was sub 140. I was at a 745 pace to 815 pace, breathing out of my nose, mouth closed, and it was a zone 2 run, right? So keeping my heart rate very, very low, sub 140. I was at 138, 136. As soon as I took the nose strip off and I did my final mile, I slowed down to 830 pace. So I slowed down even more. My heart rate jumped up to 160. I have a deviated septum, so I can't breathe out of my right nostril. So for me, it does work a lot. And you can tell just based off of, for me, with what I was able to test yesterday, I'm able to breathe more efficiently when I actively have this thing on. So it definitely does help me, and that's why I use it. See if we see more progress. It helps you sleep at night too. Yeah, for me, obviously because of my deviated septum, I can't breathe out of my right nostril, so I'm a mouth breather. And, sometimes I wake up with headaches when I can't properly breathe, right? And my sleep is not as good. So when I wear this, it's just generally better. Is it perfect? Do I still wake up? Of course, right? It's not perfect, but it's improvement. And they're super cheap. Um, if you guys want the link, you guys can message me if you're part of my LPP Discord. And I get the cheapest ones on Amazon. So I don't get any fancy ones or anything like that. I get cheap ones. So they end up being like 30 cents a pop. There we go. Nice push. Free money. Still trying to hold. Man, there's no break of pattern. It's still kind of building this ascending uptrend pattern, so we have to be very careful if this thing continues to try to push up, right? We do. LPP livestream open to the public today. Luis, I messed up. I turned off the Sunday stock talk, and unfortunately I left it open. So unfortunately it is free for everyone. And I was going to close it and redo it, but then people within LPP said just keep it. So I was like, all right, whatever. Sharing is caring. It's like a free trial, I guess so. It's not a super active morning though. This is it just me? This is the part that bothers me. It's like, why do we get all of this pre-market activity, super active, all this craziness is happening, and then from when the market opens, it's just so much slower. Like, really? Why don't you guys let us partake in part of the fun, right? What? Can you guys still see me okay? Something just bugged out with my window. Can you guys still see the live stream okay? Okay. Oh no. All right. We're lacking progress on the upside. Let's see if we begin to show some pullback potential. Maybe we'll turn on some just casual beats, right? That's what we did last time. No progress on the downside. They're holding. Here goes. NASDAQ market. Come on, let's get a break of pattern. Nothing. Come on, buddy. Oh, gosh. No progress on the downside. Yeah. Looks like markets just want to hold. NASDAQ is looking like it's getting ready to curl over. It's in the early stages. I mean, it could still build an ascending support here. So no break of pattern yet, but pulling back. Let's see if we break support. I guess that will tell us, right? Bitcoin, a lot of consolidation up here. We'll see if we get that retracement. Where's MSTR? MSTR in the green. Check that out. 354. MSTR is doing really good. So MSTR, really strong recovery. Back in the green. Even when Bitcoin is, I guess Bitcoin is up. But if you actually look at Bitcoin's price, where it's at now, and where it was at on Friday, Bitcoin is trading at a much lower price now than what it was on Friday. So that's great for MSTR that it was able to recover from that. But will it hold? Or is just this a really nice setup for a potential short? Here we go. Shorts clown. Oh, come on. You're green on MSTR for 1 millisecond and you're throwing out that clown symbol? Come on now, Mark. No one made you bag hold that MSTR position. It's okay. You don't have to be mad, brother. Sound curling over? Not really. It's in its early stages, a lot of consolidation. We're not really seeing much progress just yet. I would love to, obviously. I would love to see this thing begin to curl on over and all that good stuff, but nothing right now. Yeah? Who is it? Who is it? Is it my princess? Give me a second. See a little toe underneath that. Let it go. Did you sleep? People believe in MSTR, Ricky. Yeah, people believed in GameStop as well when it was trading at $300 per share. Oh, mamas. Yeah. People believe in Santa Claus too, huh? Yeah. Where are you going?
I'm going to down now.
You're gonna get down?
Hey, why did you put the scepter here?
You gave it to me and I had to put it somewhere. All right. I hope you have a good day.
I hope you have a good day.
Love you. All right. Close it, mamas. Bye-bye. Bitcoin's beginning to retrace below 102K. Ricky, what do you think about SMST? If you're talking about the double leverage inverse ETF of MSTR, I don't think you need a double leverage ETF to trade an incredibly risky stock already. I think you need to learn how to respect risk. And when something is incredibly volatile and incredibly risky, I don't think it's going to put you in a very favorable position to be. And you guys know that I want MSTR. Like, I love seeing it drop, and I know that it can. That's not the point. The point is your exposure to risk. And if it's double leveraged, if it's that ETF, and if you're already not good at managing risk or taking profits, it's just a recipe for disaster. Remember, you want to do everything that bag holders don't do. You want to have a trade plan. You want to make sure that it meets your criteria. You want to make sure that if your intention was to take a day trade, that you close it out by the end of the day and you don't carry that position for the days that follow, right? Just because your trade doesn't go as you expected doesn't mean that that should be a reason that you hold your position for longer. So another 1K share short. Ricky be cooking everyone, people believe. Oh boy. Was it the China AI thing? That is one of the reasons that we are seeing such a significant pullback on NASDAQ market. Yeah. There's also supposedly a 0% probability that the Federal Reserve is going to be cutting interest rates in the FOMC meeting, this FOMC rate decision this Wednesday, according to a recent data release. Do you trade small caps too? Not really. Sound is somewhat a small cap because it used to trade at $3 per share and it's going to go back there. So, I mean, if we want to call it a small cap, let's do it, right? It is what it is. Moving averages. Yeah, I use moving averages, but I don't rely on any indicator. I use them as a reference, never as the sole reason on why to take or initiate a trade. I just use them to confirm what I already see, right? Just like we explained in the LPP course. If you're asking a bunch of FAQ questions, that's the whole reason that we created LPP. It's designed for beginners. It's hard for you to find an answer for something you don't know what to look for, right? It's the whole point of the LPP lesson library. You can try to figure it out all yourself, or you can join us, and then you'll get access to these live sessions every day. Another 1,000 shares short. There goes MSTR and SOUN beginning to retrace. There we go. Testing EMA, right? But the big thing here when it's testing this EMA is that this was a previous resistance range. So what was an old resistance can now become a new support until it breaks below. Once it breaks below that support, we should see a nice little rip back down. Let's see if we do. There it goes. BTC beginning to curl on over. Looked incredibly overbought up here, right? So now there's huge pullback potential. Pull back to the EMA or pull back to the moving average. But again, stages, baby steps. It's one thing at a time. None of them have to happen. It's all about stages. So if we break the support here, then again, we can potentially begin to trade down to lows of 100. Trying to test support here for SOUN at that EMA. Again, previous resistance range acting as new support. Later, Jay and Turner. Nvidia is about to test new lows. Let's see it. Let's see if we get that lucky. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, that makes sense. So we're testing previous lows. It could begin to find its support here. I wish these were pulling back a little harder. Look at that. Quick push. Man, already recovering. Forming a higher low. Let's see if it does. Ricky, is there a possibility that Trump can influence FOMC to go to do a rate cut, minimum 25 to keep good feel factor? No. That's the thing. Like, you guys know that I've made numerous videos about Trump, right? And you guys know that I didn't vote for the lady, right? So it's not like I'm against Trump, but if something that he's saying or trying to do isn't true, or it's just to stir up hype from people that are either uneducated or don't know, I'm going to call it out for what it is. I don't have to agree with every decision a political figure makes just because I voted for them, right? It's like we're human beings. We're not going to see eye to eye with every decision, just as you don't see eye to eye with every trade or every decision I choose to make. That's fine. We don't need to. But no, he has no influence on, he can't do anything about it. He can complain and demand all he wants. Doesn't change anything. Nice bounce off of that EMA. Same previous resistance acting as new support. That was a really, really strong bounce for SOUN. It's not looking the best for MSTR as of right now, but it's not looking terrible. We're still holding above that EMA, but it's kind of forming these lower highs. So it's looking a little bit on the weaker side, especially as Bitcoin begins to retrace, right? The more that Bitcoin begins to retrace, the more that MSTR will weaken. So they influence one another. So it's an important thing to understand that correlation between Bitcoin and MSTR. Here it goes. SOUN coming back down to retest. Same resistance, same rejection. Dude, this is so boring. Man, I'm bummed. I thought that today it was gonna be much more interesting. I mean, obviously we can't control what the market deals us, right? These are the cards that we were dealt today, and we're gonna make the most out of it. That's for sure. We might have to be a little bit more patient just because of how much selling pressure happened during that pre-market session. That unfortunately, that by the time the market opened, they took all the fun. Right? It's everyone that trades prior. Maybe it's all these institutions or whatever it might be, but there's obviously a lot of risk management that was taking place during that pre-market session. And it looks like NASDAQ is getting ready to finally curl on over. If NASDAQ begins to break its support and curl on over and continue to sell off, I think that the rest of the market can follow. So that's what I'm going to be paying attention to. It's, hey, what are these big indexes doing, and based off of what they're doing, they'll probably move the entire market to do as just them. Okay. I want to remind you that just because I'm trading SOUN does not mean that you should. SOUN is incredibly risky. It's incredibly volatile, and you need to learn how to walk before you run. And this is a sprint. So I love to share that reminder with our LPP students, because again, they need to be reminded that not every trade needs to be taken, especially as a complete beginner. Okay. Please tell your team to proceed with my payment. Thanks in advance. We can't process payments without you initiating them. So if you want to end up joining LPP, it's the second link in the description down below. So you can refresh it. It's the second link. It's going to be a discount link. You can sign up if you like what it is that you see and you want to watch me trade live every day. You'll get access to the LPP lesson library as well. That's designed for complete beginners and all the updates. And then you get access to the LPP Discord. If you break any of our rules within the LPP Discord, you will lose access to it. So if you're disrespectful in any way, if you're, a disruption to our group in any way, you will lose access to the Discord. Discord's a privilege. It's not something that you have to have lifetime access for. You will if you're not disrespectful. If you are disrespectful, I will remove you and you will only have access to the LPP course. Does that make sense? So again, if you want to sign up and you want to be a part of it, second link in the description down below. It's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and I think it breaks down to like $1.35 per day. So relatively inexpensive. What is your EMA and your moving average set on? It's explained in the LPP course. I already paid, but there's a problem. No, just didn't mean to. Okay, you can message me via Discord because I don't know what you're talking about. You can send me a DM. Appreciate that, Alex. MSTR is dropping. Nice. Good. Breaking below that EMA. It's kind of building a support here. Be careful. Let's see. Okay, a lot of consolidation here. We'll see if it continues to sell off, which should act as more selling pressure. Dude, SIUN is still just holding up here. How boring. I apologize for all those that are tuning in for the first time and this is what you're seeing. But again, sometimes a lot of the, unflashy thing about the market is we have to wait. We have to wait for these setups. We have to wait for these reversals. And this is why we talk about being patient, staying calculated. And a lot of it is waiting. So it is unfortunate, but obviously it's the market that we partake in. All right. There we go. Testing EMA. Let's see if we break it. Let's see how NASDAQ is trading. I want to see the correlation between NASDAQ and the movement on SIUN. Look at that. You see that? How they're kind of very similar. Curling on over, beginning to retrace. We're seeing a very similar setup here with SIUN. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see if we see more selling pressure. How's it looking here? More progress on the downside. We hit lows of 1,345. It is looking oversold. MACD, RSI, all that's looking a little oversold. But as long as price action continues and the selling and progress follows through, that's all that matters, right? For all those that are shorting, it's when you begin to see consolidation, lack of progress, that I would cover that short. But as of right now, it's looking good. Congrats. You guys earned it, right? Nothing is deserved in this market. I don't care how much time you spend in it. I don't care how much time you spend prepping and practicing. Everything is earned. If you wait for a setup, you enter and you exit, and you're able to walk out with $1,000 profit in a few minutes, that's the position that you put yourself in that led you to that successful trade, right? I think that your success in the market is in direct proportion to your ability to identify opportunity, manage and mitigate risk, and be able to properly execute that trade. Testing same support. Same support here. POS is coming down. Is POS a ticker, or are you talking about POS as in the acronym for piece of something for MSTR? Oh, gosh. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But remember, guys, according to Bubba, we're only going to hit 115 today max. And that's even if that. Because he said so. Come on now. MSTR POS, yes. What's the duration of these lives? These lives are 30 minutes to an hour every day, Monday through Friday. When the market's open, we're here. Thanks for asking. Ricky by GME. Yeah, right. MSTR, trying to find its support. Come on, buddy. What is your criteria for long or short? I talk about it in the course. I trade overbought and oversold reversals. If you want to learn more about it, again, second link in the description down below. If you don't, you can just continue to watch our YouTube videos. So this live stream was just supposed to be for our LPP team. And if you're new to LPP and you're asking that, then please take time to review the course material. Okay? Testing support. Be honest, Ricky, would you rather buy GME or AMC? Neither. So slow. Yep, lower high here, looking weak for MSTR. I'd love to see it. Yep, Bitcoin looking weak. Nvidia looking weak. Continuous descending pattern. How's NASDAQ? NASDAQ's trying to recover. That's why SOUN is doing what it's doing. Come on, you little idiot. Come down here. No one wants you up there. No one but the bag holders. Yep, trying to recover. It's crazy how they influence one another. This much. Obviously, it being a part of NASDAQ. Yeah. Not MSTR, though. MSTR does its own thing. It's too shitty of a company to be influenced by NASDAQ. At new highs. That's a good question, Michael. Break of pattern. If it makes new highs, I close out the short. Yeah, it's good to know. Because I'm going to be closing out the live stream here, and then I'm just going to be posting updates to my LPP team via our Discord, our LPP Discord. Also got a message this morning that there's I don't even think this individual was part of any of our Discords or group chats, and a fake account pretending to be me reached out to him saying that he would trade for him, or I don't know what it was. I want you to know that I will never message you first. I will never message you or send you a friend request. I will never ask to trade for you. And I'm telling you this, I don't want to hear any excuses of, oh, but I thought it was your picture. I'm telling you, you're seeing me say this. The only service that I offer is my LPP live trading sessions. The only service that I offer. I offer nothing else. So you can sign up, second link in the description down below. Everything else, if there's an account that's reaching out to you for something else, it's fake. I can promise you that. Okay? Just want to make sure that that's understood. I don't want any of you guys, I don't have a Telegram, I don't have a WhatsApp. Like those should all be huge red flags of, hey, message me on Telegram. When have you ever heard me talk about Telegram? Nothing good ever happens on a Telegram. Oh, jeez. Earthquake in Boston. What? Oh, that's crazy. Coming right back up to retest. What's up, sweetie? Thank you. You already have grapes.
No, I have a bagel.
You want a bite of the bagel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just for my princess.
I'm trying to put my grape in my mouth.
Here. Don't make a mess. Go. Hurry up. Yummy? I love you. Thank you, sweetie. Mac and Cheese CEO. You guys know it. I like that, Johnny. Congrats, brother. Just growing up so fast. She is. Time flies. I'm not long on anything right now, no. Dude, we are barely moving. Holy smokes, this is frustrating. Just continue to lag. Just continue to retest the same boring area. Look at that. New highs. Oh. Watch for SOUN to make new highs. Here we go. Yep, QQQ pushing. I guess that's it for the markets right now. Market NASDAQ looks bullish. We got to respect it. It is what it is, right? I guess all of a sudden it's not a problem. Look at that. Let's see if it pushes. People pay to watch me trade live. So every morning my job is to show up. There are some days that are active. There are some days that are not. My job is to seek opportunity. Some days it presents itself. Some days it's not as giving. That is correct. Show up every day. You either like it or you don't. Eric, first time seeing you trade live. What's going on, man? Thanks for tuning on in. Appreciate it. Thank you. How is NVIDIA not halted? NVIDIA is selling off, but it's not aggressively selling off. Right? Where's NVIDIA right now? Yeah, it's down 12.8%. Why would it be halted? It's if it drops more than 5 to 10% within a 5-minute period. It doesn't do that. New customer, what's going on, Rhino? Welcome. Appreciate that, Michael. Thank you. Here we go, getting rejected. Same resistance. Of course, Scott. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry that today is just a little bit more boring. Wish we had a little bit more action. Testing same resistance. Here we go. MSTR status? What does that mean? MSTR oversold right now? I wouldn't say it's oversold, but market's just kind of consolidating. It's trying to figure out, are we going to be bullish or bearish? And I don't personally I want it to be an overbought reversal or oversold reversal, and we don't really have that set up right now. So if you want to trade it, be my guest. Not something that I care to do right now. And this thing continues to hold, and it's testing that same resistance. There's no progress. NASDAQ market is still moving up. And as long as NASDAQ market continues to move up, SOUN does have a chance to continue to hold at these levels. It's like, I just have to wait. I have to wait and I have to see if we show progress on the upside. We close out the short. If we begin to see progress on the downside, I can add more to my short and making a little more as it begins to sell off. But as of right now, we're going to have to stay a little bit more on the patient, being a little bit more patient, just because NASDAQ market is showing really strong signs of a recovery. And there is no rejection or resistance just yet. It is looking a little bit overbought. Is this going to continue? I don't know. I just want to remind you of what we have in store for this upcoming week. And you're welcome to look at the schedule, right? techbutsolutions.com under trading tools. You can look at the economic calendar. And this week's going to be a pretty interesting week because not only do we have the FOMC rate decision on Wednesday, that's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, but we also have a handful of different companies that are going to be reporting earnings. Tesla reports earnings on the 29th. We have, Meta reports earnings on the 29th. So a handful of different companies reporting earnings this week that are big tech companies that should be able to move the market. Is it good news? Is it bad news? We're going to have to wait and see what the market decides, right? Our job's not to predict the future. That's impossible. We can't do that. Our job is to show up and see if any opportunity presents itself every day. So again, I appreciate you guys joining us for the live session. If you ever want to tune on in, again, I go live every single morning. It's the second link in the description down below. And if you end up joining, just make sure you watch that welcome section and it will explain to you exactly how you can get access to the live sessions. Appreciate your time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team. And for those that are part of LPP, I'll keep you guys up to date on my position on SOUN if I end up closing it out or end up locking in profits. We're just seeing a lot of consolidation up here. So I don't want to carry an open position when markets aren't really showing any signs of progress. So I'll keep you guys posted. Take care.